Before you go anywhere, the rear view mirrors should be properly adjusted for the driver. Having the mirrors adjusted correctly reduces the size of the driver's blind spot. Later in this series, there is a chapter on using your mirrors again and again and again, because it is a big part in superior driving to use one's mirrors throughout driving situations. Here you will see a student lane change between two large trucks to see how proper mirror adjustment helps in these types of driving situations.
So what should we do? Slow down to the speed of the space? Is it safe?
Yes.
Check over your shoulder.
Yes.
Good. Signal. Well, that was really scary, wasn't it?
Not really.
Ease up a little bit. No cows.
This next clip is of a lady who had been driving for a while but felt that she wasn't safe on the road and wanted some driving lessons. Watch as she pulls up next to a car and forgets it is there, and when she checks her mirrors, she doesn't see it. Then without checking her blind spot, she believes it would be safe to make a lane change. She would be wrong.
Cool. Okay. I've got the wheel and the brake. Straight forward. Okay. So if you look in your rearview mirror, you don't see anybody close to us, right?
No.
See anybody on the left or right?
No.
Anybody here?
No.
So would it be safe to make a lane change right if we're on the freeway?
Yes.
Look over your right shoulder. Oh,
There's a car.
oh yeah, right there. What would happen to me?
You would get hit.
Thank you. You don't like me anymore?
No, I'm sorry.
You don't?
No, I do. I'm sorry. No.
This is a thorough demonstration with a new driver who learns a lot about the three mirrors in every car. She sees how to adjust them best for her use and how they benefit her safety, as well as what they leave out, even when properly adjusted.
Okay, Kayla, if you could look in your rearview mirror, do you see that line that goes down the center of the rear window? Go ahead and line it up so the center of your mirror is lined up with the center of your rear window. Perfect. So that center of the window is right there, right in the center. Good. Now close your eyes. Keep your eyes closed. Relax. Come on, relax. Now look up to the end of the road. Okay, now glance in your mirror. Is it centered? Because you had leaned over to the mirror when you adjusted it. So go ahead and adjust the rearview mirror from your normal position. Good, good. Now is it lined up in the center?
Yes.
Perfect, okay. Now go ahead and adjust your left side mirror. Adjust it so you can see back behind you. Can you see any part of our car?
A little bit.
Okay, go ahead and move the mirror out until you can't see our car.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, now bring it until you see just a tiny sliver of our car.
Okay.
Perfect. Good. Now close your eyes. Relax. Relax. Now look straight out the front window. And glance in your side mirror. Can you see any part of our car?
No.
Okay, because you had leaned over to the mirror. So go
Yeah.
ahead and adjust it from your normal position.
Okay.
Can you see it a little bit?
Yes.
Now do the same with the right mirror here. And adjust it so you can see way back. Can you see any part of our car?
A little.
Good, perfect. Just a little sliver? Perfect. Now what is the purpose for lining the center of your mirror with the center of your rear window?
I don't know.
Okay. If you divide your mirror into thirds, isn't the center third directly behind us?
Yes.
It's directly behind us, correct? The left third is behind us to the left, and the right third is behind us to the right. So that if you have your mirror properly adjusted, you know where people are in relationship to you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Good. So if you look in your rearview mirror, do you see anything behind you to the left?
Yeah, one.
Good. Do you see any behind you center?
No.
Anything behind you right?
No.
Good. So if you look in this mirror, do you see anything to the right?
No.
So if we were on the freeway, would it be safe to make a lane change to the right?
Yes.
Good. Now look over your shoulder. Oh, what do you see?
A car.
Okay. Now why don't you see the car in your mirrors?
I don't know.
Because he's where? In what's this area called?
My blind spot?
Good. So go ahead and look all the way back out the back window. Did you notice that you turned the steering wheel when you looked all the way back?
Yes.
Good. So a lot of people look out their back window to check their blind spots, but it's just on the side of you. So if you just turn your head 90 degrees, do you move the wheel at all?
No.
Here's how much it takes to make a lane change on the freeway. Watch. That much. It's just about 1/8 of an inch, right?
Yeah.
So when you make a lane change to the right, you don't want to be moving the steering wheel. You just want to be glancing. Okay, so now look in your side mirror and tell me when you see the white car here.
Yes.
Tell me when you cannot see it now. Tell me when it's gone.
Now.
Good. You can't see him in any of the mirrors, right? Turn your head and look over your shoulder. You can see him there. Right. So tell me when you see half of him in the side mirror.
Yes.
Where's the other half of him?
Right there.
In your blind spot. Tell me when you see the front of the white car in the side view mirror.
Right now.
Good. So is that car far enough behind you to make a lane change to your right?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you see that car in this mirror?
No.
This is the behind mirror. The rearview mirror is the behind mirror. Is the white car behind you?
No.
Is the white car in the right side view mirror?
Yes.
Is he too close to your blind spot?
Yes.
Because if he starts catching us, notice how he starts coming into your blind spot.
Yes.
So the right side view mirror essentially cuts off the back half of your blind spot for you. Does that make sense? So what we need to do is we need to see the white car in this mirror to know when he's far enough behind us. So tell me when you see the front of the white car in the rear view mirror.
Right now.
Do you notice that he's in the right third of your mirror?
Yes.
So he's behind you and to the right. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you look in your right side view mirror, do you see the white car?
Yes.
Good. So would it be safe to make a lane change to the right?
Yeah.
Good. And look over your right shoulder. You just killed me. You can never say it is safe to make a lane change until you check 1, 2, and 3, until you check over your shoulder. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I put all of your attention on the white car. I took your attention off of the brown car. So how do we know when it's safe to make a lane change right? If you look in your rearview mirror, do you see the white car?
Yes.
If you look in your side mirror, do you see the brown car?
Yes.
What do you know about the white car?
That it's safe.
What do you know about the brown car?
Not safe.
That you're too close.
Yeah.
So the correction is you'd actually speed up a little bit. Tell me when you see the white and the brown car here. In your rearview mirror, do you see him there?
Yeah.
Do you see him in your side mirror?
Yeah.
And then glance over your shoulder. So if the sequence is you check 1, your rearview mirror is number 1, your side view mirror is number 2, check over your shoulder is 3. Biggest view, smaller view, smallest view. And that way you can get a 360-degree vision around your car without rotating your entire body to look out the back window, which would make you steer the opposite way. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, Kayla. So now let's find out exactly where your blind spots are on your left. You see this car right here?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Well, I want you to look straight forward until you can no longer see this Nissan here. Straight forward.
Right now.
Perfect. Can you see him in your rearview mirror?
No.
How about your left side view mirror?
No.
Turn your head and look over your shoulder. There's your blind spot.
Yep.
It's right there. So if you made a lane change to the left without checking that area, what would have happened to you?
I'd get hit.
So look in your left side view mirror and tell me when you see any part of that car.
Right now.
Good. Tell me when you cannot see any part of him.
Right now.
Turn your head. He's right there. That's where your blind spot is.
Mm-hmm.
It's right next to you, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So the same thing applies as to making a lane change to the right. Tell me when you can see half the car in your side mirror.
No.
Turn your head. Can you see the other half of him?
Yeah.
Good. Can you see him in this mirror?
No.
No. Okay. Can you see him in your side view mirror now?
Yes.
Do you see him in your rear view mirror?
No.
Is it safe to make a lane change left?
No.
He's not in the behind mirror, correct?
Yeah.
Good. Tell me when he's in the behind mirror or the rear view mirror.
Right now.
Do you still see the same car in the side mirror?
Yes.
Then glance over your shoulder to make sure nobody's in front of him. So it's 1, 2, 3 to the left. Just the same as it is to the right.
Yeah.
So you can get a 360-degree view around the car without rotating your whole upper body. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Perfect.
A lot of people over-rotate to check their blind spot. The young lady in this photo is properly looking over her shoulder and not over-rotating by looking out the back window of her car. Remember, the best process is to properly adjust your mirrors and check both of them, and then a simple look over the shoulder to be sure on the blind spot. In this clip, the student realizes she is over-rotating to see her blind spot.
If we're on the freeway right now, would it be safe to make a lane change to the right?
Yeah.
Look over your right shoulder. And now you just looked over your back. Now, I'm going to give you an anatomy lesson.
Okay.
Pharmacists need this. This is your shoulder. This is your back.
Okay.
How much should you turn the wheel while you're looking?
A lot?
Do you remember how much it took to make a lane change on the freeway?
Yeah.
Just a tiny bit. So when I asked you to look over your shoulder, what window did you look out of?
The back one?
What does this mirror show you?
The back
So why do you have to
one.
look in the same place? Okay.
I don't know.
Now where's your blind spot?
Right there.
Is that over your shoulder?
Yeah.
Put your hands on the steering wheel. Turn your head without moving your shoulders. Can you see the car?
Yeah.
So is the blind spot behind you or next to you?
Next to me?
The student in the last clip now tells how her parents don't use their mirrors when they make lane changes. She is re-educating them on the proper way to do something important while driving. You know, the way some people drive nowadays, it is not clear whether proper driving skills have been forgotten or were never learned.
Yeah, and then like when my mom does any lane change, she doesn't check her mirror, she just looks that and does it. And I always do that, and they're like, why aren't you looking back? I'm like, because I don't have to. That's not how I was taught. They're like, okay, whatever. Gotta make sure. So they turn their whole body and look, and I know
And
why.
that's where they're taught, and they're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, I know.
Where's your blind spot? Where are your blind
right
spots?
there.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Okay. There's somebody coming on the freeway. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Watch it. Watch and see what she does. Watch and see what she does. Did she even look over her shoulder to check her blind spot?
No. She almost hit a.
Interesting, right? She had no clue that we were even there because we were in her blind spot. And she'll go home and tell all of her friends that she's a great driver. Yet if it wasn't for us hitting our brakes, we would have slammed in. Now normally we would have made a lane change left, but I wanted to show you what happens that she didn't see us. She just would have come right over and slammed into us, right?
Yeah.
Kind of interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, we've got your mirror adjusted for you. Do you know what this little clip here is?
No.
Every mirror has this. When you're driving at night and somebody has their high beam headlights on behind you, it's going to ricochet and hurt your eyes real bad.
Yeah.
Just pull it towards you. And it gives you reflection off the ceiling out the back, and it'll soften those bright headlights.
Yeah.
It's kind of a funky mirror when it's in this mode, but you have other mirrors. Main thing is the guy isn't killing your eyes. Once he goes around you, just push it back, and that's all it does. Every car has it. That's all it's for, but when you need it, you'll be glad you have it. These last two video clips show the valuable and good use of properly adjusted rear view mirrors.
Lane change left.
Yeah, not yet.
Very nice. Is it safe now?
Yeah.
Take it. Is it safe to make a lane change to your right, yes or no? Check 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
Signal and go. Now he's getting ready to brake, you see that?
Yeah.
That's why you want your eyes up and gas now. Is it safe to make a lane change right now? Check.
Yes.
Take it. And you see the corridor in between the lanes of traffic?
Yeah.
That's why you want to come over slow so you get your glimpse of that and cancel your signal. Very nice.